A very good evening from Archie Macpherson. Tonight we break the mold of our normal Eurogirls Monday night service by bringing you as well a unique football match which has a cast list of constellatory brilliance. Diego Maradona, Eric Cantona, Ronald Koeman, Risto Stoichkov, Branco, Vialli and Mancini, just to mention a few, and at the same time to whet your appetite for the game to follow as Europe takes on the rest of the world in a special challenge match. After this game, by the way, we'll look at the French, Spanish and Portuguese championships in a rather truncated version of Eurogirls. This game, a special game, Laurent Blanc there, the French international, this game about to start. The game originates from a desire by professional players to salute the efforts of Jean-Marc Bosman to change the whole contract system within the continent of Europe. Well, they've done that, but they've done it through difficulties. This is a game that the officials wanted to ban, and so the world's professionals have got together and ostensibly to play a game for the World Professional Footballers Organization. But it has to be said, most of the funds will go towards Jean-Marc Bosman, something like 60%, and the rest to the association and another charity. Diego Maradona played in the Montjuïc Stadium, the Olympic Stadium, which housed that very successful and glamorous Olympics in Barcelona. That's Branco having a good long hard look at Eric Cantona. Branco, the Brazilian. Played there by Stoichkov, but a very poor one. To start, Cantona, and well, he used to be able to do that with great alacrity. It's still in him, the intention is there. Maybe not as agile as he used to be, Vialli. But I've always regarded him as a great professional. You know, he gives 150%. I'm quite sure that he's totally in favour at Chelsea, but Koeman, one of my players, Koeman, always loved to see him going. Cantona played right across and touched away there, right in the middle by Del Solar. Full match, he takes it very seriously. Cantona drifting away from his marker, and that sudden piercing shot, characteristic of his. Really one of the few players who can make space for themselves suddenly and get the shot in like that. Just a little bit too straight that time. Vialli. The man in goal there for the rest of the world is Carlos Montoya, Mr. Sampdoria. Teed up for a shot. There's the goalkeeper went down very quickly indeed. And that's the best of Stoichkov. So often nowadays in a football match, you'll look there in apparent anonymity and then come up with something like this. Vialli. Well, it was taken rather casually there, and another excellent save. Some good football, Karambou, and Vialli held back there. Stoichkov coming in, that must be the header, no? Karambou let it go to the outside, and Mancini coming up. Let drift there. Roberto Mancini, he and Vialli are playing for the first time together since 1992. They played in that final, and there he was there. Busting forward, Maradona, bonds of anticipation. That's a brilliant ball. It really was. Well, he gets the appreciation of the crowd for that. You like to appreciate his brilliance. Mancini. Roll-in. Mancini, and away it goes. Nicely dabbed in there by Mancini. He seemed to have all the time in the world to pick a spot. And he picked it well. pokes it away with great confidence. Ran his position well. Clearly was not offside. Brought forward there by Silas. Oh, it's gone free now. There could be an equalizer. Good save. Mancini. Out towards Montoya. He judged that very well, Montoya. It was a difficult ball, kind of in no man's land, and he's playing splendidly. Shot by Karambou. This is Wiedmar. Back by Silas. Silas, good ball on the outside, and that's well saved by Menzel. He now plays for Lierse in Belgium and to win a cap for Holland. Here is somebody special. He's always dressed like a tropical bird. That's Higuita. René Higuita. That comes from Colombia. He didn't get to the World Cup because he was in jail at the time. And the reason he was in jail was so complicated, it's not true. I need about half an hour to explain it. That was a very brief glimpse you saw there of the young and the new generation at Manchester. The young and the more experienced generation, I should say, with apologies to Eric Cantona at Manchester United. Here he goes, Higuita. Go on, my son, you feel like saying he's quite prepared to go all the length of the field. He's done this often enough. It was he who set the fashion for goalkeepers at the end of games, running up and going into the penalty area for corner kicks and such. Iceland will flick forward again and just passed. Well, there we are. He really is relishing this game. Face there of Just Fontaine. On the other side is Alfredo Di Stefano, who was some player. Off comes Maradona to a wonderful welcome by the crowd. Good rollicking football we've seen in this. Nice freewheeling stuff at times. Oh, neatly nipped there by Mancini. Can he cut it by Stoichkov? There it goes. Mancini coming in. Second goal there, neatly taken. The breakaway by Stoichkov. And Higuita made some rather amusing remark there. And would you believe, without a local anesthetic, we saw a smile appearing on the face of Stoichkov. There's Ronald Koeman. He's been substituted. Important games coming up for Koeman, for Feyenoord in a very tight race. And there, Mancini. So that's his brother playing. Plays for Lugano at the moment. Well, it's just off the post. Good effort there. Cantona lying much deeper now. Nicely put on here. This could be number 3. And notice how Higuita had narrowed the angle, placed himself perfectly for that. Now Del Solar comes in. This is the Peruvian captain. Put that over well, and who's coming up for it? Nobody. Canu did flick it over, but nobody coming from Del Solar. Looks for a 1-2. Del Solar and scores! The Peruvian captain picking that up very neatly. That was a clinical finish there. Now plays for Celta Vigo. And he came from the back there. Normally for Peru, he plays forward midfield. He is the real playmaker. But they've been using him very much at the back, and he decides to come forward and transforms this game to make it 2-1 after 74 minutes. The very epitome of diplomacy. Little parroting noise there coming from, here he goes. Wait for it, folks. He wants to come forward. Look at the dive. In he goes for the crowd loving this. Oh dear, they've ignored him. Back he goes again. Was his journey really necessary? What a goal. Mafla. I don't think. the goalkeeper, Higuita, saw that even. And neither did Menzo at the other end. Wonderful strike. That makes it 2-2, and I think perhaps some of the European players bedazzled by the sight of that Girish yellow jersey going all the way down the field. But look at Mafla letting rip with that one. Nicely drifted across there. Good work by Okolosi. And much better work there with that shot. A little bit of curl. Well, 2 goals in about a minute and a half there. Stoichkov, will he lob him? He does. 3 goals in 3 minutes, and he is delighted with that finish. It's back to 3-2 for Europe. The game really has bubbled up in the last 5 minutes. Well, I don't think I'd blame Higuita for that. Nothing to do with his penchant for adventure. Just a beautiful ball by Cantona. And that would have beaten any goalkeeper. Yes, coming a minute after that wonderful strike by Mafla. And a smile for the photographers again. This is getting too much of a good thing with this man. Will we ever see him back to that Huffy? He's one of the best left foots in the business. I think even Risto Stoichkov doesn't hit the ball just as hard as he does. Branco, 3 World Cups this man has played in. Went to Japan. Up he comes forward. It is a very hard shot. Wonderful strike. Well, he's done it to a Dutchman again. Branco. Getting on in years now, getting up to 32. But there aren't all that many younger men who can put the drive and the curve in a ball like that. Seem to cut across it. Nice play. That was put inside by Okolosi and slipped in by Kanu. He got the final touch. And that's the lead now. First time in the game they've taken the lead. And at a very interesting stage with only 5 minutes of the game remaining. Can he emulate Branco? A jewel of the great left-footed men. He tries to cover it a little, I think. There was a deflection, yes. That was a ball he's trying to go through, and this is it. No! And the final whistle goes to bring to the end a really highly enjoyable game. Great to see these players, really fabulous players, enjoying a game so much. The rest of the world winning by 4 goals to 3.